As you can see, I have been boarding for quite some times now. Today is the day. We are flying to Istanbul to get an air transplant and you are coming with me. Let's go. Arriving at the airport, time to check in. Stop first in Zagreb. I'm leaving from Split and then I'll go from Zagreb to Istanbul. Just landed in Istanbul, Turkey, getting closer to the air transplant. Flight went pretty smooth. He was with Turkish Airlines and the food was great. Now the clinic has arranged a private driver, so he's gonna pick me from the airport and drive me to the 5-star accommodation to my hotel, which is great, so I don't have to worry about anything. Let's get our passport checked and then I need to find this driver. There we go, exit 14. The guy should be there. Yes. Here we are in the car. The one guy was waiting for me at the airport. As soon as I arrived, he called the driver got me. Now we have a small 1-hour drive to the hotel. We got the whole car for us. Alright, finally arrived at my hotel room. The trip from the airport to the hotel was very funny because my driver didn't speak perfect English, so we managed to speak together with Google Translate. It was quite fun. But let's talk about the room. Didn't know what to expect because the clinic did book everything and everything was included. They did book a double room for me. I got a massive TV, I got a nice view, a big bed. The shower is actually pretty good. You got a huge shower, very good, very clean. Now I'm gonna go to the hotel reception, meet the crew, drive to the clinic and start this crazy day. Let's go. Here I am at the clinic waiting for the paperwork on day 2. Now I'm waiting for them to get back to explain me what we're gonna do today, and we're gonna go for the airline process, draw the airline, talk to the doctor, do all of this and then go through the treatment itself, the air transplant. So I'm super excited, a little bit stressed, but it's gonna be all right. We're now waiting for them to check the quality with this very high-tech camera. They're gonna see the donor area and see if my air are good or not. We went through the drawing of the new airline. It's gonna go down. I think they're gonna cover most part of my hair with a big focus on the front. Now I'm doing some paperwork, doing my consent, signature and stuff, and then we're gonna go to the operation room when they're gonna take my blood, do some tests, and then we're gonna start the transplant. Shaving is done. I took my medication. We're now going to the room B6 for the actual procedure. As you can see, they did draw the donor area and everything. So it's time to do it. We can't go back. I mean, not extremely nervous, a bit. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Please take a seat first.
We're just done with the extraction. So they took 6,000 grafts from the back of my head. Now we're gonna move forward with the dog here and they're gonna start to do it on the top. So we finished with the process of doing some small hole all over my head to then transplant the hair from the back of my head. So we are almost done. I'm having like a small lunch. Regarding the pain, the anesthesia was a solid 7 out of 10, but thankfully it's just like a couple of minutes. After that, you don't see anything, you're almost falling asleep. You got to watch TV and relax, and now, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the break. Down with the procedure. As you can see, I got 6,000 grafts on top of my head, and I think I look like a basketball player now. I can go, you can call me Steph Curry here. The operation itself was not painful, just the anesthesia was quite hard, but then after that, no pain. Tomorrow we come back for the first shampoo and I see the oxygen chamber. Back at the hotel, I slowly start to get tired, some pain, of course. I'm just gonna rest, set up the bed. I will have to lay at 45-degree angle. So this is what I'm gonna do. They gave me kind of a pillow just to make sure I don't like put my head everywhere. First night down, I slept around 10 hours, which is pretty good considering how challenging the setup is because you don't want to touch any of this area. As you can see, didn't have much swelling or anything bad. I feel great. Now I wanted to show you my setup. Basically, I made sure to elevate my head above my heart in case of a 45-degree angle. I removed it, but I left like a sort of plastic protection so I don't damage the linen. And yeah, make sure guys for the future if you do it to keep your back back supported, because otherwise all the pressure will be on your neck and you will be all right. Today we have the first shampoo, so I imagine that we remove this and clean the area. Hopefully it's not going to be too painful. Here we go, it's time to meet my driver for day number 3. Currently getting my hair cleaned for the first time after the transplant. It's slightly painful, but it feels good as well at the same time. Just done with the laser therapy for 5 minutes. Now I do have a little bit of bleeding here and there. You can see the donor area a little bit more, but overall I don't feel much pain. Moving forward with the hyperbaric chamber, and I'm gonna breathe 100% oxygen for I think 65 minutes. So I'm super excited. Look at this thing, and it's a little bit scary. It looks like a wall plane just for me. Finally done with the whole procedure. Tomorrow my flight is at 5 a.m. so I have to wake up early. So day number 3, after the procedure, as you can see, I look like a potato. My face is a balloon. I got like a lot of fluid because of the hair transplant, which is a normal process. It usually lasts 3 or 4 days, but in my case, because I got 6,000 grafts, I feel that it's gonna be maybe a little bit longer. It's slightly discomfortable, especially around the eyes, but yeah, I cannot wait to move on to the next step. But the swelling, man, it's a whole different face. I cannot wait to recognize myself. Day number 4 after the hair transplant, the donor area and the transplanted area are recovering well. This is super clean. The hairline is nice and fresh. From day 1 to number 10, you will have to apply a moisturized cream for 30 minutes and then shampoo both the donor area and the transplanted area. And this is now the day number 11, where I get the chance to remove all the little scabs on top of my head and finally see the potential result. So yeah, as you can see on top of my head, there is plenty of scabs. Some of them are lighter in color, some of them are darker, feel stronger. Even though it feels super wrong to wash them off, it's normal. And at this stage, all your hair follicles are healed in your scalp. So let's do it. This feels so wrong. This is super scary. The shedding phase is about to start, so it's expected. I will gently start to put the shampoo. Okay. Look at that hairline, you know? All over there it was hairless. Now I got a brand new hairline. It is surprisingly pretty dense. So this is called the honeymoon phase, because apparently everything's gonna fall off and I will be back to where I used to look like for at least a couple of months. So I'm gonna enjoy this style, but look, this is amazing, and honestly I was not expecting such a good result.